Hello everyone, my name is the Retroden and welcome to a brand new video, and today we're talking about something different. We're talking about an expansion that just released and we're talking about how I felt about it. Now this is something I've been very hyped about ever since I talked about it on the channel a few months ago, and of course I'm talking about Warframe 1999. Now, in the Game Awards, the Warframe dev that was there talking about the expansion and revealing that the release date was for yesterday said that the developers had no clue what they thought Warframe was nowadays.
But before we hit play, if you don't know what Warframe is, if this is your first time hearing it, we don't know anymore either, but we're still having a lot of fun making it.
And after playing Warframe 1999, I clearly understand why they have no clue what Warframe is nowadays. Now, don't get me wrong, 1999 aesthetically and some of the mechanics it introduces and actual gear that it introduces into the game is very cool. But this was a 1 hour and a half mission that people have been waiting for a long time that basically amounted to nothing. Now, if you are someone who has been gobbling up lore and understanding every single thing of the Warframe universe for the last 10 years, you probably understood something that happened here in the end, and I would like to say that what happened here on the video would be spoilers for all of you that haven't played DX, which was the quest for 1999 yet, but I would be lying because spoilers would imply that any of you who haven't done what I just mentioned, gobbling up 10 years of lore, would understand anything that is going on. So basically you do a lot of what was shown in the trailer. You ride motorcycles, for which I have already indulged in some capitalism and bought all of the skins with leftover platinums. You also get this new cool USPS-like weapon that, of course, I am not gonna grind for because introducing new reps at the end of a quest that basically amount to one weapon in the game is cool for people that only play this game and want to unlock everything, but I have more games to talk about on the channel, so you know I went in the store and I bought that for 200 platinum because I couldn't be hassled. And you do more of that, you ride motorcycles, you use RPGs to blow up tanks, and all of this was very cool. And you also have these new enemies introduced, which are the Tech Rot, which are the infestation that Dr. E, or Entrati, implemented into 1999 to combat the man in the wall, or whatever the lore is. Don't quote me on anything, because I pretty honestly have no clue what I'm talking about in here. But yeah, I would like to say that overall the quest was cool, but it was very underwhelming. Now, don't get me wrong, as I said, the quest was not bad, it was underwhelming. And I say this because just after we got the new war, we were expecting for that big new plot in the story, a new zone that was just as cool as when we got Fortuna and all the other open world zones back in the day. But this quest line was short, didn't get as many new big plot moving forward, or at least nothing that I understood. And it was honestly nothing very special. It didn't feel special compared to the other main quests we've been doing ever since, like, what, 2013? I liked the few things they introduced, although, as I said, I'm not gonna interact with the rep or, like, faction grinds in the end of the game, because having us do a 1 hour 30 quest just to, in the end, do repeated content to engage with a faction that will give us like a handful of usable or useful rewards is not really my type of thing. I play Warframe more for the fun things and the actual story, which until this point I enjoyed very much, but I hope they develop more on this 1999 stuff in the future and that they move forward with this and make it more understandable. I think right now in Warframe we're getting to a point that, as I said, the developers don't understand what they're doing and they're gonna have to retcon even more stuff. This feels very similar to what Blizzard did when Shadowlands was introduced into World of Warcraft, that they just cooked up an intricate story that made no sense and now they're trying to walk back on it as much as they can. As for Digital Extremes, I don't know what they're going to do moving forward with this, but I have mixed feelings about 1999, and I'd love to say that I liked it, but it's a 50-50. But I'd love to learn about what you enjoyed, and if I am wrong, correct me on every single point. I don't mind being corrected, that's what we live for, learning and understanding stuff. But yeah, leave a comment, subscribe so you don't miss any future videos from all types of gaming content. Other than that, this has been the Retro Den, and I'm out. Okay, one last thing that I have to say before we end this video. Like, this right here, this entire aesthetic of what they did, this was honestly really cool. But now, for real, I'm out.